What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Late Night Channel Eeps. I'm your host, EEPMON, episode 17. And today, I was thinking about what I could talk to you all about. And I decided I wanted to share you another story about a spiritual encounter. I kid you not. And let's begin. It was 2012 when I was in Japan. I was traveling across the country. And in Japan, if you go there, I highly recommend that you get yourself what's called a Japan Rail Pass. And what the Japan Rail Pass does is that it allows you to have, I believe, like 1 or 2 weeks unlimited travel across Japan on the bullet train, and also unlimited travel even within the local cities if they are under the JR, like Japan Rail brand. So you honestly, it's I always when I go to Japan, I always get the JR Rail Pass because you will certainly make up for how much you have to pay for original. Like I think it's like what around $400 Canadian, but already like a round trip or a couple trips on the bullet train, like already will you'll make it up for it, like make up for it and beyond. So it's totally worth it, despite the fact that it did go up in price. So 2012, uh, it was an interesting time because EEPMON, I've been continuing doing EEPMON, and like and as I mentioned in my previous episodes, right, like doing being a creative entrepreneur, being an artist, being creator, I like to think that we have one of the hardest gigs in the game. I kid you not, okay? Because we have to create, we have to be sustainable financially, mentally, like healthy, like there's so many factors. And the fact that we have to create and we have to um have an audience that can appreciate our work, and work and art is so subjective, right? Anyway, digressing a bit. uh so that time, it was a tough time for me, but I kept on going despite the fact that you know I didn't, it's like income was difficult, but I still took those risks and persevered by traveling and building business relationships, development. Um, I don't, looking back, I'm like, man, I'm crazy. Like, how did I do it? Sometimes I don't even know. It takes a lot of guts and courage. Uh, even the craziest thing is, like, I think about the past and I go, wow, like I did that. Like that takes a lot of guts, Eatmon. Even for me, like thinking for myself, I'm like, wow. So I applaud, honestly, like all you creators and artists just hustling and moving forward and just doing what you love to do. And I applaud all of you. And we should always figure out how to support each other and empower. Even it doesn't even need to be supporting in a financial way, but just like say good words, like posts, uh, encourage one another. Far too often, and I've noticed that we artists, we just don't really interact with one another on social media, or like um, I don't know what it is. Anyway, again, digressing again, and that should be another topic for me to talk to for another late night channel Eves discussion, because it's been on my mind for a while. Anywho, again, apologize. Again, a stream of consciousness is going randomly. So yeah, I remember I was on. I was at Kobe, walking up. Like I was in Kobe, Japan, and it was just by myself. Like I always travel alone. Okay, I always travel alone, and I'm going up a um. Like I encountered the foothills of a forest, and I think it was if I'm not mistaken, it was like Kitano Hills or something like that. Behind me, okay, I mean the sky was getting dark, okay, um, and I just like to get myself lost, but I just know how to find my way back anyway. But then the foothills of this forest, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna decide to go up. I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I decided to walk up the trail. It's deep forest, because it's a bit of it's a path, but it's a forest, and a little bit um how do I say, not I mean not scary, but it's sort of like you're going in a dark forest. There's no light, and all I can see really as a guide is maybe kind of what's right in front of me. But also when I look up, I can see the silhouette of the leaves against a dark blue sky. And there was some wind ruffling around, ruffling the leaves. So you get, just think of that sort of ambiance when I'm walking up. And I kept on going up, kept on going up, kept on going up, to the point that I approached the foothills. Well, not the foothills, but sort of sorry, the sort of like the scenic scape of looking out at the city of Kobe towards the ocean, right? I guess the foothills. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm high up. I see the ocean, see Kobe city, and it is phenomenal. And I decided to just sit there or stand, sit, whatever, and look at just reflect and meditate, and sort of just was by myself and listen to the wind, and see the cityscape. And 10 minutes later, out of nowhere, just in the sky, the supermoon appeared right in front of me. This red glowing celestial object appears out of nowhere. I didn't time it. I didn't even know that there was going to be a supermoon. It was just so happened to be on, I believe it was like a Wednesday. I was there, and then behold, this ginormous red object appears. I suddenly was sort of like transported into another realm or another dimension, where I was just connected with this red celestial object, as if it was speaking to me, like subconsciously. And in a way, it's almost like as if my subconscious was like, it's like a feedback loop. It was like I'm like almost talking to my subconscious, or I don't know, just some sort of connection between the moon or something. And it was telling me, EEPMON, I know that it's very tough. I know you've gone through many trials, many failures, some successes. And I know it's hard. It's difficult. But I tell you this, if it were easy, everybody would be doing it. Okay? Everybody would be doing it. And I applaud you that you made it this far, that you reached this part of the world to see me, the celestial object, the moon. And I'm here to tell you to keep going. That's what I felt from that presence. Speaking of which, I have a show and tell, and I would love to show you a photo of this object. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Now, I zoomed in a bit, but it's a lot bigger than it looks by the photo. But this was the moon. And I saw this, and it was, for the longest time, I was just spiritually connected and it's telling me, look, you could be anywhere in the world. Okay? You could have just chosen to stay put and not leave your place and follow the fold. Could have easily been, playing the whole complacency game, not ventured out, exploring on your own accord, embracing the uncertainties, embracing the unknowns. You could just stay put. And had you did, you would have missed all the amazing wonders the world and the universe offers. You would have missed it all. And here you are on that day, witnessing the appearance of the supermoon. Here's another shot of it. Like, when I saw that, I immediately realized I am on the right path. That's 2012 Kobe Kitano Hills. I was on the right path. And from then, that was one of the most powerful spiritual experiences I encountered. One of the most powerful ones. Because on that day forward, it didn't matter how hard I had to push forward. It didn't matter anymore. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what people told me otherwise. It didn't matter who told me if there's anything that they think that there's something better for me in life, or pursue a safer career, or something that was more sustainable, or a quote unquote a real job. All that does not matter. Because when I saw that, it was a signal that this is priceless. This is beyond luxury. This is priceless. Words cannot describe this. A very powerful moment. So I wanted to share this with you because I feel that today there's I'm not out of this. I'm not saying that I'm out of the woods either, right? We're all in the same boat together, and we oftentimes find ourselves, thinking about what if and this and that. But this is to remind you all that the adventure is out there. The excitement, the what you seek is out there. You just got to keep going. And that we're all in this together. We're on this grand adventure. And the bold will continue to seek and find the ultimate truth. We all have our ultimate truths. And I keep on saying and. Part of what we do as human beings, I believe, and part of life is to continue to explore. We're continue to be curious. And this was clearly a point of the epiphany of what lies beyond our day-to-day mostly trivial matters. So I thought I'd share that with you. On a side note, I need to improve my YouTube speaking. I've been listening to a lot of my previous episodes. I say "and" a lot. And I just keep on trailing the sentence longer. I need to know how to put a period to my sentence. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story. And for those who are feeling a bit of the world out of place, there's heightened anxiety everywhere. Things are not what one is expecting. Just know that we're all in this together, and the universe does some very interesting things that we would not expect. And we will continue to better ourselves and not let noise and trivial matters dictate the course of our path to our truths. That's right. That is right. So, on that note, I hope you enjoy my little story, my spiritual connection. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are in the world. This is The Late Night Channel EEPMON. Comment, subscribe. If there's any questions you want to know, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.